The Civil War has been going on for 3 years at this point. The Confederates nor the Union are winning this war. General Lee of the Confederates believed that the only way to end this war would be to invade Pennsylvania.
This would cause Lincoln to accept the Confederacy independence if they succeeded, because it would cause the Union morale to decrease dramatically.
Mid-June, the Confederacy advanced north.
On July 1st, rebel troops were looking for shoes and stumbled across a Union camp at Gettysburg. Those troops returned right away and warned the general. Once the general caught whiff of the rumor, they immediately ordered the army to advance on the camp, and that was the day one of the greatest battles of America started.
July 1st, the first day of the battle, was won by the Confederates.
Since the Confederates won the first day of battle, the Union had to retreat to Culp's Hill and Cemetery Hill. The funny thing about this is that if the Confederates pursued the Union, they would have most likely won this battle and the war altogether.
Meade had an army of 85,000 troops, ready to fight and were at an advantage. The Confederates had a large supply problem. Serious fighting started in the late afternoon on July 2nd. The Confederates defeat an attacking Union force that flanked them and almost captured Little Round Top and almost were victorious.
The Confederates tried to break through the center of the Union Army after winning a skirmish and utterly failed. After that, the day ended in a stalemate. Lee launched a large-scale attack of 15,000 troops on the center of the Union, but this led to a disaster. He lost 6,500 troops in less than an hour.
Lee was beaten. He lost 28,000 troops. While losing this battle, his army retreated and he took the blame for all this. After Gettysburg, the Confederate army was decimated and was never strong enough to ever invade again, and their morale was at an all-time low. No other nations wanted to support the Confederacy and their independence, which dropped their economy. The Confederates were vulnerable after this battle. The Union screwed up after the battle, since Meade, the Union general, did not follow up the victory by pursuing the Confederates and finishing them off. Most importantly, the Confederacy was forced to defend their land. The only way they could win their independence was to invade the North, and now they will never be able to do that again. The Confederacy was royally screwed at this point. Lincoln was at a special opening ceremony for a cemetery for those who have died at Gettysburg. The main speaker was Edward Everett, who talked for 2 hours. Lincoln, after that, gave a speech of 272 words, remarkably shorter than Everett's speech. Lincoln's speech changed the means of war to a higher cause of humanity. One of the most quoted quotes of all time was from Lincoln. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are equal. Basically, Lincoln says that this war is now about equality. It's what our forefathers wanted.
November 19th, 1863, Lincoln gave a speech at Gettysburg, which was called the Gettysburg Address. His speech was only 272 words, while a guy before him named Everett gave a 2-hour speech. This whole speech was about human equality. Lincoln realized what happened at Gettysburg and how awful everything was, and so he really evaluated what was going on in the war and really changed what it was all about, which was human equality.
Gettysburg was very important. It left the Confederacy crippled and changed what the war was all about: equality.